stop talking about
Globvl
it.
TV subscribe.
At first glance, it looked like some kind of mixture between a gerbil and a dragon. The way it moves, the shape of his face, even the body proportions don't seem right. Witnesses say that it appeared out of nowhere looking confused and lost, almost like it didn't belong there. As people started to record, the creature suddenly took off and jumped toward the tree. Within seconds, it was climbing higher and higher until it just disappeared. No one knows where it came from, and no one has been able to identify what it is. What's making this even more confusing is how unusual it looks like compared to anything around that area. Was it a rare animal, some kind of mutation, or something else entirely? Watch it again and let me know in the comments what you think it is.
What do you think people need to be aware of the most?
We are in war. There's going to be a war from water and there's going to be a war from land. We're in a hunger game. You know, one thing that the United States has always said, only the strong survive. They've been training us forever. They're waiting. They know that everybody's going to activate. They know they have reptilians over here. They know they have this creature over here living next to you. I feel like the government knows that the sleep gods is in Revelation. Everybody's going to wake up. And when they wake up, it's going to be chaos. And that's the reason why they got martial law. So I feel like people need to know that aliens do exist. People need to do their own research. That's investing in yourself to help yourself get out of this. You have to educate yourself. YouTube, the internet, that's the, like I said, the educational system right now. Easy for you to tap into it. There's no reason why you should not know anything. And it's going to take for them to take the time to really sit down and learn what's really going on. It's always start with the aliens. It's entertaining. It's so much information. Just you have to put in the work to go look.
Now, isn't that a perfect way to start the compilation? One person will never know everything, but as a collective, we're going to figure it all out. Welcome to your home for non-mainstream news, the latest theories, and that hidden knowledge that they do not want us to achieve. Remember, as she said, entertainment purposes only. Do your own research, and let's talk about it down below. Let's get to it.
Globvl TV subscribe.
I'm not taking any position on this at all. I just think that it's very strange that right after Lindsey Graham goes over to Kiev, he's hit with a sudden illness, passes on, that Iran puts this video out mentioning both Lindsey Graham and Laura Loomis. Just listen, just watch this.
No, I'm not too sure if Iran is even the one. Oh, I'm not too sure if Rizzy is even the one putting out this video. Who
See
knows?
how they're going to depict him in a house with a kid before they take him out. Now, like I said, I'm not taking a position on this. It's not what I believe or what I have no idea. But this is strange.
There's a lot of propaganda going on at this point. Believe nothing of what you see and
there it
anything
is.
you hear.
But this was some serious graphic work to put together immediately the way that they did. But guys, listen, like I said, I'm not taking a position on this. I'm not telling you I believe what they put together in the video or the message behind it. I'm not telling you that I don't. I'm not saying either way. All I'm really saying is this is wild.
So you're telling me that Lindsey Graham visited a drone factory in Ukraine over the weekend that was bombed and destroyed, and then Lindsey Graham was announced deceased? So was Lindsey Graham taken out in this drone facility bombing? Because that's what it sounds like, and that's what they're not telling us. And of course, this is just for entertainment purposes only, and I know nothing, but it's very interesting timing, don't you think?
This will be the last election. That's my prediction. Well, I'll say it again, man. This is the last election.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Christians, get out and vote. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
In 1896, there was a book published by Ingersoll Lockwood called The Last President, which gained popularity on social media recently because of the book describing a populist leader from New York with uncanny parallels to Donald Trump's presidency. Now, where this is really strange is not necessarily in this book specifically, but in the fact that Ingersoll Lockwood wrote another book called Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, which actually was in 1893. And it was about a boy named Barron Trump. This story follows Barron Trump, who inherited a manuscript from Don, his mentor, where he's given a map, and he takes that map and he departs from Castle Trump, journeys all the way through Russia into underground worlds where he meets strange people, he discovers portals to different dimensions in time, and he basically time travels.
Mafia, you know there's no such thing as coincidences. Do you feel like this is the last time that we're going to have to vote what 2024 was? How y'all feel about that? Why do people keep saying it? What's the motive? What's the narrative behind it? Let me know. Nobody's wrong. Let's spam it up.
Bigfoot. 2026, it just keep getting weirder by the day, y'all. The guy say he smelled the dead Bigfoot. He say he smelled so bad he walked right up on it. And they ran tests on the Bigfoot. And the Bigfoot had 58% Neanderthal DNA and 41% human DNA. So basically what they saying is the theory that humans evolved from monkeys, and that might have been the monkey that they was talking about. Bigfoot. Make it make sense. That might have been the species that they was talking about. Not the smaller monkeys, but Bigfoot. Yeah, and I believe they came here through portals. That's why they at the national parks. That's why the sightings always be at national parks. They come in and out through portals in another dimension. So the Bigfoot species, it's not even from here. He said it smelled so bad. It smelled so bad. Like, make it make sense. Get in the comments and let me know what you think. Do y'all think that was the real Bigfoot, or they planted that?
As far as I know, Bigfoot is an interdimensional being. What y'all think?
Well, that's that. I was told to stop talking about the Coney Island mermaids. I don't know why, but if you don't see me on here making videos, you're going to know why. They basically told me, what you're talking about is illegal, and we need you to stop. And they asked me if I understood that. And I'm like, understand what? I'm not allowed to talk about pretend mermaids on Coney Island? What the hell's the big deal? The video's got like 180,000 views. But this TikTok's supposed to be just for fun. But for some reason, somebody or something is upset about it. This happened to me before when I posted some other video about mermaids, and people started contacting me and tried to get my video shut down, but I don't know why. So let's keep pushing this. If anyone has any footage of the Coney Island mermaid, can you please get that video to me? The other lady's too scared to do it, which I understand, because now I found out that if you talk about it, they don't like it. So if anyone has any footage or any photographs of the Coney Island mermaid, please send them to me immediately before this video gets taken down or before they shut me off completely.
Go ahead and share it with us.
You had guys like Elon Musk, and he was not the only one, that when he was asked for comment on things, absolutely sounding the alarm on where this can go and everything. He's making Grok, he's doing XAI, he's integrating that with SpaceX to try to do interplanetary, whatever. And it's like, well, what changed? Because you were the same guy who was going speechless years ago on different stages, or I think he even talked about it with Joe Rogan, like back in 2018, where he was like, yeah, it's a huge problem. I tried to tell Obama about it. He kind of got it, Like, why has that conversation changed?
So let's use Elon as an example.
Yeah.
This is my external view as to his evolution. He realizes AI is going to be powerful yet dangerous. He realizes that most of the companies that are building it were like DeepMind, Google then bought DeepMind, etc.
Right.
He's friends with Sergey in particular, but I think Sergey and Larry from Google.
From Google.
He goes to them. He's like, this is really crazy. You should be careful, but whatever.
Didn't he have a falling out with them over that?
I believe so.
Yeah.
that is ultimately the start of OpenAI.
Yeah.
The reason why OpenAI got started, at least my understanding of it, is it was supposed to be open source artificial intelligence. It was supposed to come at it from a like ethical, safe, approach. And the reason why they made it a nonprofit and open source was there should be no economic, gain associated with it, and it should be transparently kind of auditable.
Have you heard about the man some people online are calling an angel on Earth? According to the story, he allegedly appeared in public, calmly delivered a message, and then simply walked away. His prediction? July 15th at 6 p.m., a worldwide earthquake. And then an even more shocking claim. He allegedly said, judgment begins at the house of God. August 29th at 6 p.m., Jesus Christ returns to judge the world and end it. Now, before anyone gets carried away, this is just a prediction circulating online. It is not a fact. There is no evidence that any of this will happen. But here's what caught my attention. The idea of a worldwide earthquake. Because what would that even look like? A normal earthquake affects a region. A major earthquake can affect multiple states. But the entire planet? Some people speculate it would require something far beyond anything humanity has ever witnessed. A massive asteroid impact, a sudden shift deep within the Earth's mantle, an unprecedented solar event affecting the planet in ways we don't fully understand. Others point to ancient prophecies, religious texts, and historical accounts that describe a time when the whole Earth trembled.
I hate to burst your bubble, my baby, but no man will know the time nor place, not even Yahshua. So with that being said, if the son doesn't know, nobody knows. That's that.
Sun gazing during the first hour after sunrise or last hour before sunset will change your life, because then the UV ultraviolet is lowest. And this is the daily practice for those of you who resonate, because this activates the pineal gland. It boosts serotonin, which ends all suffering. Why? Because the root cause of all suffering is the belief in lack. And when serotonin is naturally released, it signals to the body satiation, no lack. And then it begins to produce melatonin, which reduces stress. It raises your energy level. It, over a period of time, naturally and gradually decreases your appetite on the path to become a breatharian, because you are literally absorbing and eating the energy of the sun. And there's a divine alchemy that happens when the sunlight, early morning sun, hits the physical body and you're breathing it in.
Famous French astrologer André Barbeau once said that 2026 was the beginning of the new civilization. And he had a very strong track record in terms of predictions. He predicted that in 2020 there would be a global pandemic. He also predicted the fall of the Soviet Union decades before it happened. And in the last years of his life, he focused a lot on July 2026 as the relaunch of a new civilization. And his take was extremely positive. He called it the most beautiful alignment of the 21st century, and that with it, the new age will have begun. Barbeau died in 2019, so he never lived to see some of his iconic predictions come to fruition. And in his absence, many astrologers have argued about the highly positive interpretation of the alignment in July 2026. They question whether it should be viewed in this kind of like new age spirituality, love and light, dawning of the age of Aquarius perspective, or if we should view it as the beginning of a dystopic surveillance technological
Well, it seems like it's all about perspective and how you view it. And with that being said, let me know how many people get downloads from the sun on a daily or weekly. It's very beneficial. That's the end of the compilation. Let me know what resonated with you the most. We're going to rock one of these every day at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let me know what you feeling. Keep having a conversation in the comments. Let's talk about it. Iamqueheff, capital K, $ for the S. One person will never know everything, but as a collective, we're going to figure it all out. Let's keep divulging to the temperature of the status of this culture and this hidden knowledge that they don't want us to achieve. Let's continue to get to it. Appreciate the Globvl Mafia, and overall the support is appreciated. One member at a time. Let's get to it.